there are many subtle things your dog may be doing, which shows how much they love you. Your dog may just see you as a cool partner, or they can love you so much that they even consider you their parent. With these 12 signs, you'll be able to see how close you really are with your dog. So without beating around the bush, the first sign your dog loves you is if they snuggle into your belongings. Dogs have a very strong sense of smell, and they are drawn to their owner's scent. If you see your dog burrowing in your clothes or a shoe, it typically means that they want to stay closer to you. They are basking in your scent, and this is the way your dog reinforces their bond with you, even if you are not physically present. So next time you see your dog near your stuff, take it as an adorable sign that they want more of you. But while this behavior is typically done while you're gone, this next behavior is almost always done when you're with them, tilting their head. This is a very common thing dogs do, which shows that they value your attention. This is because whenever you talk to them, they devote their full attention to you, and their way of showing this is by tilting their head. Also, they often do this when giving you a loving gaze, showing affection and love. In addition, they do this to mimic their owner, but more on this later. But while this behavior is very noticeable, a more subtle thing dogs do to show their affection is leaning against you. This comes from behavioral studies, which shows that dogs lean against you when they don't feel quite right, and do this as a way to seek comfort from you. It's a subtle way to show that they love you a lot. Surprisingly, by leaning on you, they are also marking their territory. In this case, they are secretly showing that you are their favorite human who cares for them. But to take this one step further, dogs will sit on your feet, which is a sign of protection and a strong bond. They don't want you to go anywhere that can hurt you. So they do this to keep you safe. Plus, they want to make sure you don't wander off without them. There is also another thing dogs do in order to protect you. But first, did you know that dogs mirroring you is a sign of affection? Multiple studies have shown that whenever dogs have a strong bond with their owner, they tend to mimic behavior, mood, and even emotions. This is because dogs are very sensitive to our feelings and can even sense how we are feeling without us directly expressing it. One example of this is yawning. Dogs have a cute habit of yawning after we yawn, almost as if it were contagious. This is a clear sign they are attracted to you and feel comfortable with you. However, this next behavior dogs do is guaranteed to mean love and affection. But first, before we get into that, make sure to subscribe for more educational dog videos so you can better understand your dog. But anyways, back to the video. This thing dogs do is an undeniable sign of a compassion. Herding. This originally comes from back when dogs were hunters. This is an instinct where a dog would guide and protect their pack when on the go. This is still evident today, as dogs want to keep you safe when you leave what they perceive as safe boundaries. But what is funny is dogs sometimes give you a small nudge when you are acting up, which is a way of saying, hey, come on, let's keep it together. If this doesn't show your dog is really close, I don't know what does. But this next sign your dog loves you is something you may be neglecting. Your dog sleeping with you. Now, every dog owner can have their opinion on whether this is acceptable or not. Nevertheless, it is undeniable that it benefits both you and your dog. Studies have shown that dogs are pack animals and in turn like to sleep with others for warmth and protection. By having your dog sleep with you, it's their way of saying that they trust you with their life. Researchers have also found that dogs who sleep with their owners have higher levels of compassion and attachment and feel more secure. So maybe give sleeping with your pup a try if you haven't already. While this affectionate dog behavior is straightforward, one thing dogs do, which is clearly a sign of love, is sharing their toys. For humans, sharing is an act of decency and respect. However, for dogs, this means a lot more. They value their toys a lot, and by sharing them, it's their way of saying you are valuable to them. Make sure to acknowledge this gesture and show them kindness back, like in the form of petting them or giving them some good belly rubs. On the topic of toys, I would like to link my dog toy recommendations in the description. I have been using these with my own dog, and they have helped a lot in building a closer bond. But anyways, enough about the toys. Another dog behavior that shows a strong bond is when dogs rescue you. Just like humans, dogs want everyone they care about to feel safe. This is why, if they think you're in trouble, they will try and protect you. For example, if you are walking on the sidewalk and accidentally step on the road, they may try to push you away for your protection. Even if you are not in actual danger, they will do everything in their power to make sure you are safe, which is just so adorable. This also comes from instinct, where dogs would protect their pack when hunting by barking or attempting daring rescues. If your dog does this, there is probably a very strong bond. But while this compassionate behavior is pretty noticeable, this behavior dogs do is way more subtle, surveying the area. Have you ever been at the park and your dog runs a bit ahead to look around before coming back to you? Well, don't worry, your dog isn't crazy. If anything, this means they love you a lot. When dogs do this, they take in scents and look around to find potential dangers. If everything is fine, they will come back and guide you. Just like the last behavior, dogs are defending you and want to keep you as safe as possible. However, this next thing dogs do is a very clear sign of compassion and love for you, following you. We all have had that experience where you are in the kitchen to grab some water and your dog is right below you. This is because your dog wants to be very close to you and they trust you to keep them safe. However, don't be afraid if your dog isn't so clingy. Remember, each dog has a distinct personality and mood. However, if they suddenly become clingy or distant, it's important to pay attention as to what may be causing the sudden weird behavior. Depending on the severity, it may be worth visiting the vet to check that nothing is seriously wrong. However, if you thought that was pretty heartwarming, wait until I tell you about this scientifically proven behavior that means love. Checking in on you. If your dog constantly checks on you when in a new environment or a weird situation, it actually means they are trying to seek your guidance and reassurance. This was proven in a study where researchers put dogs and their owners in weird places. It was noticeable that dogs constantly were attached to their humans and looked at cues on how to behave. This was especially common in stressful situations, where your dog believes in you to help them feel safe. So next time you may be at a weird place to your dog, make sure to comfort them as much as possible. They believe in you after all. Now last but not least, the subtle dog behavior, which means love, but often gets unnoticed, is when they slow blink. Studies show dogs slow blink when they are relaxed and content. Take a guess on when dogs do this the most. When they are with their owner. If they slowly blink around you, it means they are really happy to be with you. If you see your dog doing this, make sure to return the gesture. Smile and blink back at them to show you also really love them. Hope you enjoyed. You can watch this video about how the real reason dogs howl is genius. See you there!